Hello and welcome everyone. I have one of every species in Layton to share with you this month, some setting a new bar for my best to date. I've been playing in Layton Lakes exclusively as I complete missions and level up my character. So join me in a montage of what I've been up to. I'm going to start the list off with a couple of whitetails. I was hiking to North Lake when I came across a sign by the water. While I was wondering who Biggy was, I heard a noise. I got him on the move with one shot from the 7mm Regent Magnum. I was surprised to see that he was a gold, scoring 196.38. Not bad for a random quick kill, but he wasn't the best whitetail of the month. I was at High Lake Swamps testing out the tripod stand for Hope number 7 when I spotted a huge herd on the move. One of them was a nice shooter, so I decided to give it a try. He ended up being December's best at 222.39 with an awesome set of antlers. The single shot 7mm melted him quickly at 152 meters. I was headed to Hope's camp in search of coyotes for Vualez number 3 when I spawned into the Balmont outpost. Just as I left the outpost, I heard a noise. I quickly revamped my plans and started calling to see if I could bring him in. He stubbornly wanted to stay on the other side of the brush, but I could hear him moving not far away. There he is. I crawled closer for a clear shot. He's a nice colored dark gray, scoring silver at 47.66. A great looking coyote and a great shot, but he wasn't the best coyote in December. I was scouting for black bear zones at North Lake when I spotted a nice level 8. I snuck up the edge of the lake to see if I could get a decent shot. Unfortunately, I got there a little too late, and he headed off to his next zone before I could take a shot. Since I knew we would be back, I set up a tent and returned the next night. I used the same strategy as before and got into position. He's an awesome looking gray-brown colored gold at 53.97. I got him with a Ranger 243 at 84 meters. This guy sets the bar as my best to date for coyotes. I was again scouting for black bears when some mallard ducks swooped in. She looked like a piebald, so I decided to take her. She may not have the flashiest of scores, but it's always fun to get a piebald. Shortly after shooting an enormous moose at High Lake Swamps, I heard a warning call. I ended up chasing this guy for quite a long way. I watched the droppings to tell me when I was getting close. He's a great-looking brown turkey, scoring gold at 4.27. The harvest became my first gold with the recently purchased Cacciatore 12 gauge. I wanted to return to Cheelah Lake in search of Roosevelt elk, so I arrived just before dawn. I got busted right off the bat, so I was afraid that my cover might be blown. But then another herd arrived at the other end of the lake. I began to close the distance and kept a watchful eye on the level 4 at the shoreline. It was a long stalk, but I finally got into position at about 67 meters. He's a nice tan-colored gold at 320.18, carrying a huge set of antlers. The 7mm made quick work of this brute at such close range, hitting both lungs. I remembered seeing a high-level blacktail while taking pictures for Mr. Black at Balmont Lake, so I decided to return to see just how big he was. I arrived early and found a bush to take cover in that was downwind of the zone. After a while, the blacktails began to move in. Finally, the targeted herd had arrived, and he was among them. I began to crawl to the right for a better angle. Several others of the herd were in the way of the shot, so I waited for an opportunity to squeeze one by. I dropped him where he stood at 94 meters. He's a gold at 147.32 and my second best to date. I love hunting the blacktails, as high-scoring bucks are harder for me to find than whitetails, so when I do come across one, it's a great find. On my way to take pictures of elk for Emily Connors, I came across some jackrabbits. I had the over-under 12 gauge with me, so I decided to give them a try. The first was a silver female at 3.05. The second was a silver male scoring 4.59. It's always fun to get 2 shots and 2 kills with the shotgun. I spent a great deal of time working on dock number 6 this month, and as a result killed a whole bunch of bears. And I mean a bunch of bears. One of them even got a piece of me, too. But the best one I got, I harvested right after the piebald duck from earlier. I spotted him by my duck stand, so I set up a stalk and closed the distance. I missed the quick kill I needed for the mission, but wasn't disappointed to find that he scored gold at 19.85, only a little under a point from my best to date. And I saved the best for last. I had spotted a couple nice moose at the northern end of High Lake Swamps, but the mission kept them too far out of range for me to pursue them. Once I had finished the mission, I returned. I found a bush with a good range to the zone and waited. A lone female came into her zone, which was right next to me. I kept the bush between me and her just in case she went aggressive. The targeted herd had yet to arrive, so I pulled out the shotgun to scare her away. This area of the map is very active during the day with tons of animals that pass through. Finally, I spotted him in the distance. He came right in and began to drink. He had a massive rack, so I was excited to see what he scored. And he's a gold, scoring 256.01. The 7mm made quick work of him at 129 meters and got him in the right lung. He became my best to date for this character, topping the previous best from October. So that's how I did for the month of December, and I'm excited to see what the month of January has in store. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll be adding more of these as I go along with my progression, so be sure to check in for more Call of the Wild content. Thanks for watching, and have a Happy New Year.